approaches the ball, and the Orange Bowl is underway.
3 Super Bowls, and now the best coaching matchup ever. Through the back of the end zone, Florida State will start at its own 20.
From their own 20, the Seminoles had to face a defense that had been as good as any in the country for 2 years.
2 left, 2 right. Back goes Weatherford. Pressure, screen, complete to Washington. Taken down by Jason Alford for a 1-yard loss at the 49-yard line. You cannot ask 3 guys to play better than that.
The defense got off to a much better start than the offense, if only because tailback Tony Hunt was hurt in the first series. After becoming just the 10th Penn State running back in history to rush for over 1,000 yards, Hunt's night was over already.
Lorenzo Booker, brought down by Paul Huzlesny, the junior from Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, 12th first-team All-America linebacker at Penn State.
He has been all over every field he has been on, and he's one of the most instinctive linebackers, Mike, that we've seen in years in college football.
Night settled in, and so did Penn State. The loss of Hunt would not keep the Nittany Lions from their appointed rounds. More than a month since they played their last game, they looked crisp and businesslike the second time they got the ball.
2nd and 4, Robinson back to pass, dumps to the king of the wheel route. 15, 20, first down, 25, 30, and out of bounds. Far side of the first down. The tailback again is Scott. Robinson, play action, rolls near side, good block by Snow to help. Throws downfield, he's got Kilmer, 45, 50, Florida State, 47-yard line and a first down. And Brandon Snow is the big reason why that play worked.
Brandon Snow peeling back, making a good decision so that Michael Robinson rolling out to his left. Now, this is not an easy throw. You got to turn your shoulder pads downfield, and Michael Robinson does a good job of getting the football. Good play action fake, getting outside of the pocket, and Kilmer making the catch.
With Hunt hurt, Penn State made some backfield adjustments. Austin Scott had averaged more than 4 yards a carry, but in a limited role during the season, waiting for this kind of opportunity.
Justin King's the tailback. The wing back is Scott. Wide outs each way. Robinson, inside handoff to Scott, 35, to the 30, 25, 20, Austin Scott, 15, inside the 15, and dropped at the 11-yard line. First down, Nittany Lions.
Just never know with Joe Paterno what might happen when you have such a long time to prepare. This time, Scott lined up on the inside, and it's a trap here. What a great block by Charles Rush. The play opens up, it hits quick, and it's a new little wrinkle from Galen Hall, and having this much time to prepare, something Florida State has not seen. Scott lined up at fullback.
While the Seminoles tried to figure out who this number 33 was, Penn State continued their regular season success up front, in the trenches, with an offensive line that started the season well and improved all year long.
Robinson, Austin Scott, up the middle, touchdown, Penn State. The Nittany Lions take the lead.
Penn State had shown quick strike ability all year on offense, at one point putting together 13 straight scoring drives that took less than 3 minutes. The first punch thrown at Florida State, an 85-yard drive that naturally took less than 3 minutes. Ironically, though, in a season that featured a high-octane Penn State offense that included everything but the kitchen sink, this drive was an old-fashioned lesson in precise execution at the line of scrimmage. A great start, but only the opening cannon shot in a little war between the North and the South that was just warming up. It was hard to tell which folks in the white shirts were having more fun, those in the stands or those on the field, as Penn State gave the Seminoles an introduction to football the way they play it in the Big Ten. Defenses dominated early, but there were fireworks just ahead. The Nittany Lions survived an early interception and then went ball hunting themselves. While many bowl games had been wide-open offensive showcases, these two teams were determined not to give an inch.
Sets time down the middle, intercepted. Allen Tobias to the 15, Tobias 20, Allen to the 25, 30, Allen Tobias to the 33-yard line.
He was trying to get the ball to Carr. Carr's going up the field. Allen Zamaitis reading. Weatherford all the way, breaks underneath Carr, comes up with the interception.
3 straight years, Allen Zamaitis has been named All Big Ten. Each year, teams threw less and less to his side of the field. Drew Weatherford found out why. This pick moves Zamaitis into a tie for 5th on Penn State's all-time interception list, and it gave the Nittany Lions and their faithful a huge lift. But Penn State couldn't take advantage of the turnover, and the tune was about to change.
Capitals will kick it away. Here they come. Capitals kicks it out of there. A high floating punt. Reed backpedals, takes it at his own 13. Reed, 20, dances outside, 25, through the middle, 35, 40. Willie Reed, 50, to the 40. Willie Reed to the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Florida State. Willie Reed returning his 3rd punt for a touchdown this season. 87 yards.
After playing nearly a perfect half defensively, the game was suddenly tied, and for Penn State, it was about to get worse.
First down, Lorenzo Booker. Shot out of McKinnon. Lorenzo Booker inside the 10, inside the 5. Touchdown!
A punt return and a one-play drive, and just like that, Florida State scored twice within 80 seconds. What a classic example of foreshadowing. Florida State kicker Gary Sismacia missed the point after. Penn State punter Jeremy Kapanos found the solution to Willie Reed, and he nearly got Penn State 2 points.
Penn State has punted 5 times this quarter. Full complement of timeouts. Look out, a safety! A safety is drawn here. Let's see the mark. No, they're marking him at the half-yard line. Oh, boy. This is all correct.
Weatherford's lucky he even got the handoff there. You know what? I mean, you have a defense here that's trying to come up with some points. And Scott Paxton, I think maybe the most underrated player from the Big Ten this year, penetrated the Florida State defensive line, got in there to make a play. Very close call.
The officials correctly ruled that James Coleman's forward progress got him out of the end zone. But the play in series was huge for field position. Penn State got the ball back at the Florida State 40 with just 17 seconds left.
Robinson in the gun. Takes the snap. Pressure by Sims. Throws far side. It's caught by Norwood, who gets out of bounds at the 24-yard line with 12 seconds left of the half.
Penn State's quick strike ability was never a better tool to have on their belt than right here.
They're coming with a blitz. Blitz coming. Robinson sets it. Throws for Kilmer in the end zone. Kilmer jumps, dives. He's got it. Touchdown, Penn State. What a play by Michael Robinson. What a catch by Ethan Kilmer. And the Nittany Lions strike with 6 seconds to go in the half.
Well, you talk about having your 3 timeouts. If they did not have their 3 timeouts at the end of this half, they never get this opportunity. Bobby Bowden ends up running out the clock at the end of the half.
Ethan Kilmer did not play high school football. The former track and basketball star transferred to Penn State from Shippensburg University, walking on to the football team. He is living proof of what happens to those who dream big and work hard at Penn State. His acrobatic catch from Michael Robinson would have been memorable in a regular season game, but on national television in the Orange Bowl, it will be talked about for years. Most important, it got Penn State the lead. The Nittany Lions headed to the locker room on a high. But little did anyone know that this game wasn't even close to being half over. Defensive coordinator Tom Bradley had led the Lions D to top 20 rankings in no less than 5 different categories. For the second straight year, they were a dominating unit. From the front line to the secondary, and as always at Penn State, at linebacker. They continued to pound and pressure Florida State in the second half, carefully nurturing the smallest of possible leads.
Motion by Davis toward us. They pitch it to Booker to the left. Booker wrapped up and thrown down.
Their swarming pressure paid off, and it was only fitting when these guys were the first to put points on the board in the second half.
Weatherford takes the snap. Back to pass in the end zone. Chase batted down by Jimmy Shaw and incomplete.
And it's safety.
It's a safety. The flag is down.
I think it's intentional grounding.
Well, let's see here. That's Weatherford's arguing for intentional grounding. If he is, that's a big 2 points.
Considering what was ahead, it was a huge 2 points. Intentional grounding in the end zone, and Penn State had a safety early in the fourth quarter. They now had a little more breathing room, led by a field goal, and they got the ball back.
The snap to Robinson, back to pass. Delayed blitz over the middle. Norwood at the 30, inside the 30, to the 26 of Florida State, and a first down. And Robinson took another shot and is slow in getting up.
Jordan Norwood is one of the fab freshmen that helped make this team excel. A player who has Penn State fans salivating at future possibilities. At the other end of his career, senior Michael Robinson would leave nothing on the field at the Orange Bowl, except maybe his helmet. It was his final game. But just when this gutsy leader was on the threshold of clinching an Orange Bowl victory, the doors slammed suddenly shut.
Robinson lost the football. The hitting there. Florida State has recovered.
There are worse things than putting the game in the hands of Penn State's defense, but it was a unit that was about to lose one of its best players.
Puslesny's bringing pressure now.
Blitz by Puslesny. Over the middle, it's complete. To Cody Fagg at the 40. Tripped up and down at the Penn State 38-yard line, and Puslesny is down.
Oh, gosh. And the Butkus Award winner, best linebacker in the country, is down.
Quickly, Dr. Wayne Sebastianelli is out.
Oh, man. Lorenzo Booker blocked him as he was coming in.
He got cut that time, Jack, on the blitz.
Well, he can't try to go high and come over one of the, and he's holding his right knee right now.
Oh, boy.
Paul Puslesny had not only won the Butkus Award as the nation's best linebacker, but the Bednarik Award as the nation's best defensive player. His dream season and that of the Nittany Lions suddenly was turning into a nightmare. Moments before, they appeared to be ready to add to Joe Paterno's record for bowl victories. Now, this game and Puslesny's NFL future appeared in doubt. As Puslesny was carted off the field, the Lions regrouped. Appropriately enough, in this year of the freshman at Penn State, Puslesny's replacement was Sean Lee, a freshman. He strapped it on. The Lions dug in. This group had been through too much adversity to give in now. They forced a long field goal try.
47-yard attempt. Put down by Hall. Kick is on its way by Sismation. That kick is good. The game is tied at 16. Robinson back. Robinson with time. Steps up over the middle. Smoko at midfield. First down to the Florida State 49. And just like the Northwestern game, he finds the tight end Smoko when he needed a big first down.
Often in football, a player will be carted off of the field, but it's rare to see one carted back on, which tells you a lot about Paul Puslesny.
He wants to come back out and watch the end of this after the x-rays were taken back there.
Penn State's at the line of scrimmage. Back goes Robinson, long and deep.
Norwood behind the secondary.
Wide open Norwood at the 30, 25-20. Norwood to the 15 and down to the 11-yard line.
Great job of the hurry up here by Galen Hall and Michael Robinson. They caught everybody off guard. Florida State's looking around. They're lucky that they were able to catch up to Norwood.
The freshman theme continued. Norwood, the big catch. Kevin Kelly with a chance for the big kick. The first true freshman place kicker at Penn State in 15 years. He had already set a freshman scoring record. The story was all there in the bright lights of the Florida night.
The Orange Bowl on the left foot of Kevin Kelly. Put down by Jason Gaynor. The kick by Kevin Kelly is up, and the kick is no good.
In a moment that reveals the true nature of the Penn State football family, Kelly returned to the sidelines to find nothing but encouragement from his teammates and his head coach. This just meant the night would last a little longer. It was the third time a BCS game had gone to overtime. Penn State's defense was determined they would come out on top. Drained from a full night's work already, they still chased Drew Weatherford in the backfield. And they still hounded his receivers downfield.
Backs it out, Donnie Johnson in. Two near side, one far side. Weatherford under center. Weatherford play action fake. Long and deep, far corner of the end zone. Knocked away and incomplete by Armor Phillips.
Phillips ensured that the Seminoles would not get a touchdown. In fact, with kicking suddenly becoming a problem for both sides, they wouldn't get anything.
44-yard attempt. Kick by Sismache is up, and that kick by Sismache is no good. And now the Nittany Lions have their shot in overtime to win it.
But Joe Paterno's team didn't move the ball either. With anxiety building in the stands as well as on the sidelines, Penn State was again a kick away from an Orange Bowl win.
Kelly from 38 for redemption for the win. Missed it again, wide left. And the game goes on.
Disappointed? Yes. Disheartened? No. Well-disciplined and well-coached, the Nittany Lions again provided nothing but encouragement for Kelly. In the second overtime, Penn State got the ball first. There would be something different there. For in the first overtime, the Lions stuck strictly to the ground game. This time, they went to the air with Michael Robinson, and it worked. While Kelly paced nervously, a completion to Jordan Norwood, who took one for the team, set up a third down and what would have been about a 37-yard field goal try if they didn't pick up the first.
Third down, 4 at the 19. Back goes Robinson. Over the middle, he's got Kilmer at the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Kilmer inside the 5 to the 2-yard line. And Ethan may be to the 1.
Third and 4 from here. The field goal's 37. Robinson throws to Ethan Kilmer, who caught it at the 10, at the 5. Airborne like Elway to the 1-yard line.
It was after midnight now, and the instant classic continued. No one had gone home, and the TV ratings were soaring.
Second and goal at the 2. Robinson option play near side, pitches it to Scott. Scott, touchdown! Penn State! And the Nittany Lions take the lead in overtime.
I'll tell you what a great job by Michael Robinson, great job by Kilmer, and then Austin Scott finishing it off, going off left tackle and bouncing it in the end zone off the option.
Florida State had no option now. They had to score a touchdown. For Scott, a career-high 26 carries, 110 yards. But the Seminoles were stubborn. As Penn State dug in to try to clinch it on defense, quarterback Drew Weatherford worked the sidelines, and Greg Carr made a third overtime look like a very real possibility.
Coleman's blocking. Dean's going up the middle. He's at the goal line. We're an extra point from triple overtime. Touchdown FSU.
Put down, Sismache's kick for the extra point is up, and the kick is good. Tied at 23. We go to the third overtime, where now, if you score a touchdown, you must have a 2-point conversion. This is the longest game Penn State has ever played.
Penn State had never been in overtime in a bowl game before. Their defense now was running on fumes. They were still running. Fatigue can not only affect the body, but the spirit. But the Nittany Lions would not let that happen, because this was the cherry on top of the sundae. They would not let their marvelous season be tarnished, and again they stopped Florida State.
Good snap on 3rd and 6. Back to pass, chased by Rice, throws far side, incomplete, and Rice created that. So now we'll see Gary Sismache. This will be about, looks like a 38-yard attempt for him. Put down, kick is up. Sismache's kick is hit the upright, no good, and Penn State has life again.
Who knows why kicks in the South Florida night suddenly became such an adventure, but they did.
Motion by Butler away from us. They double out to King near side 30. To the corner 25, just at 20. Lowers the shoulder inside the 20 to the 16-yard line.
Many kickers would have hoped for a touchdown, but Kevin Kelly wanted another chance.
Robinson under center. Robinson rolls near side to the right. Robinson to the 15 for a first down to the 13-yard line.
Joe Paterno gave Kelly that chance on second down with a stipulation. If the Seminoles lined up right, the play was to be a fake. Florida State did not cooperate, and Kelly kicked again.
Way and the kick by Kevin Kelly. He is gone. And the Nittany Lions win the Orange Bowl and cap an 11-1 season by beating Florida State 26-23.
And they mobbed Kevin Kelly right now as he made that field goal. Joe Paterno is walking out to try to find Bobby Bowden. And this game is finally over.
The epic of the Orange Bowl sees the Nittany Lions beat Florida State 26-23.
It was fitting that a freshman ended it. It had been that kind of a year. It had been that kind of a team.